All right, off we go. It's Ryan Hartson with Cory Bender on BWC Internet Radio. I'm Ryan Hartson, and he's Cory Bender. And, yesterday we did JMFPSP, breaking down the NFC and the AFC championship games. And I just thought to myself, these games are so huge and so important, so we might as well talk about them a second time on my show. So that's why I brought in Cory, and we're going to break these things down. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's start in the AFC. We'll do the AFC Championship game first, Jets and Steelers. And, I talked about this for so long last night that I'm just going to let you go.
All right.
So go ahead.
Okay, well, honestly, it took me a while to figure out, which teams I really thought were going to win this game. But after a long time of thinking about it, I honestly think Mark Sanchez, to me, is running on emotions. He's a lot more confident than he was last year. Last year he even said that he was just so excited to be in the playoffs, and he's a rookie, and he was just getting used to things. But now the defense is a little bit different too now, and I really do think they can keep this to a close game. But at Heinz Field, and Ben Roethlisberger being who he is, I honestly think it's going to be a close game, but the Steelers will pull it out in my mind because Roethlisberger is very clutch. And Sanchez is going to get there, I believe, one day, but I don't think the defense can hold Roethlisberger and that offense for a long time. I know they're very, very good, and they don't blitz as much as they did last year, like I said, but on the other side, the Steelers' defense is also very, very good. And Troy Polamalu, in my mind, can just come up with a play at any time. He's a playmaker. He will just destroy anything that comes in his path if you get in his way, And honestly, I think even though Santonio Holmes is on the Jets now and he can make any catch at almost any time, you go back to Super Bowl 43 versus Cardinals, and he made that amazing catch to
Still
win
the
that
best
game.
catch I've ever seen.
Yes. And he also, last week versus the Patriots, made a very, very good catch that some people don't think it's that great, but I thought it was very good. That sealed the win almost. It was a very good game. And also, I do think the Jets have the best chance of beating the Steelers, but they won't. They're running on emotions just so much right now. And if you saw Bart Scott at the end of that game, man, he was excited. My
Love
God. That was nice.
Yeah.
I think Rex Ryan will get these guys prepared enough to keep it a close game, but in my mind, I won't give you the final score right now. I want to go a little bit longer after this. But it's going to probably, in my mind, just go down to the last-second field goal or last-second touchdown.
It's a close game. Last night we had the lines. Steelers were favored by 3.5 last night. I don't know if they moved. I really don't want to look it up. But they were favored by 3.5 at home. All I'd say is these teams are virtually identical.
Yeah, they are.
A really good running game, not a great running game. Both defenses are really good. Steelers are number 1 overall.
Jets are number 3.
Jets are number 3 overall. So, both offensive lines are really good. I'd say the Jets are better at offensive line, but Ben Roethlisberger is almost his own offensive line.
Yeah, that's
considering he can make plays, getting out of the pocket, and when it takes like 3 people to sack him.
He just doesn't get sacked.
He's a linebacker at quarterback. And he'll be able to make the clutch plays down the stretch because he's a veteran. He's done it before, and he's going to do it again. And this is going to be a really close game. But this isn't going to be like 37-20 to 37-31 close. This is going to be like 10-7 close.
Yeah.
It's going to be low scoring, hard fought. But I just think Sanchez is still young, and he's going to be mistake prone in this game. And I think Heinz Field is going to intimidate him a little bit.
Yeah.
And Roethlisberger's got the crowd behind him. He's already got 2 Super Bowl rings. And he can make the plays. I mean, he almost won the game when these teams matched up in Week 15. Goes down the field to the goal line, and it was to the backup tight end. Heath Miller wasn't playing in that game. But Roethlisberger was like this close to making another miraculous comeback. He does it all the time. It's routine. He is the guy. There is no other quarterback in the league I'd rather have with 80 yards to go and a minute and a half left in the game than Ben Roethlisberger. Some people take Brady. Some people will take Manning. You can have those guys. I will take Big Ben because he can play god-awful for 3 quarters and up until 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. This is exactly what I said last night. And then when you need the play, he is going to make the play.
And he's got the defense to back him up, too, if he does make those mistakes. I mean, so does Sanchez, but if he makes a mistake, you got Troy Polamalu and that defense behind you to help you out. And he's still got great targets with him and Hines Ward. He doesn't have Holmes anymore, but Hines Ward is still a good threat. Moeldy Moore, is it? Something more.
Moeldy Moore.
Yeah, Moeldy Moore.
It's the third down back.
Rashard Mendenhall looks like he'll be a decent.
Beast.
He's amazing. And then, but on the opposite side, do you think LT will get anything during this game? Because I don't. I think maybe he can get 50 yards at most. That defense is too good.
It's going to be Sean Green, really. I mean,
Mainly?
he's getting hot in the playoffs. He's doing the same thing he did last year. Kind of an okay regular season. Then he got hot for a few games in the playoffs. He got hurt halfway through the AFC Championship game last year, and that's probably the reason the Jets didn't win the game, because Peyton Manning just went off and said, "I'm going to the Super Bowl, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go lose to Drew Brees." And then Sanchez kind of shriveled up in the second half. I don't think Sanchez is gonna shrivel up. No. I just don't think he's gonna have the ball last. That's what this is gonna come down to. Who has the ball last?
The time possession.
It's such a cliche. Who has the ball last? Who has the ball last with a considerable amount of time left?
True.
Is realistic, because if you get the ball left with, or if you get the ball back with 2 seconds, you're going to run some kind of a BS trick play, and that'll be the end of it. But, I think Sanchez he's really good. He's starting to come along. This just isn't his game. This is Roethlisberger's game to assert himself as a 3-time Super Bowl champion, maybe, if he can get past the winner of Green Bay, Chicago, which is where I want to go next. I want to break down Packers-Bears coming up next with Cory Bender. And it's going to be a lot of fun. This is the big game we've all been waiting for. Packers-Bears. We're both Packer fans, so I don't think the Bears are going to get very much love in the next segment.
No, not really. I'll keep it as
the Bears fans
as I can.
Bears fans had their guy on here last night with Tim, and considering you had Tim, and that's pathetic. So now you're going to have 2 Packer fan analysts trying to break down the Bears.
Yeah, this should be fun.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, guys, but actually not really.
Yeah, so here comes the bias on BWC Internet Radio.